Speaking of the main show, ladies and gentlemen, we're following Awesome Woman with Awesome Woman. This is the original gangster, the mother who started it all. Without her, there would be no Sam Dean. That's right, Mary herself, Samantha Smith. I think we're going to just call something out right now. How many of you attended last night's Saturday Night Special? Probably you were there. Then you got to see Sam Smith's debut performance with this band. And I guarantee you, it's not the last time she'll do it because she knocked it out of the freaking park. Great job, Sam. Nobody looked more like a rock star than Sam Smith, by the way. And she always has. I mean, since I met her, she'll show up like karaoke, like the tours in town. I'm like, man.
Remember that one great picture of her and I backstage after a Saturday Night
That's the one I'm thinking of, the hallway?
Yeah, we look like a band.
I actually think that's karaoke, man. I think it's karaoke. You guys are hanging out.
It was in Vegas.
Yeah, and you guys are the rock stars. I mean, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam is a rock star. You just revealed your true self last night. That was awesome. So, thank you for that.
My inner rock star.
And I look forward to the next time, because there's going to be a next time.
We'll see.
Sam Smith, everybody.
Thank you. Love you guys. They always leave. The important thing, right? I love you. Impossible. Infinity black hole. Look, I have a seat. Those of you know me. You know it. Okay, hi everybody. What's going on? What?
We're seeing you.
You're seeing me. It's true, I'm seeing you.
I loved your pants last night. They were amazing.
My pants. Thank you. I was feeling like very 80s Red Hot Chili Peppers. Thank you. They were I could do the 80s spandex run around the stage. That was really fun, like bucket list item. Pretend to be a rock star and sing in front of people, oh my God. It was fun. And how about the band? You know they learned that song in like a day. I did not learn my part in a day. They're incredible. And honestly, like, so supportive. And as are you guys. I mean, not just anyone would let me sing in front of us.
You rocked it.
Thank you. Did any of you know that song? Yeah? Okay. Halfway, I was like, I wonder if anyone knows this song. I would be like, okay. It had enough guitar in it. Hi. So, let's see. Oh, we have a few questions lined up. Let's start over here. I always go to my right. Go left. Hi. Hi. Hello.
So in the 300th episode when John came back, obviously Mary wouldn't have noticed, or Mary wouldn't have said anything about her relationship with Bobby in season 14, but if she had to tell him, what would she have said?
He was mean to me, and he laughed, and so got her back. It was such a... No. If she had to.
Did you know about Adam?
She knows about Adam. She's not mad about Adam. I mean, she's not going to go save him from hell herself. She's not going to let her guys do it. I mean, if he happened to get out on his own, that'd be great. It would have been a slightly awkward conversation. Remember that guy, Bobby? Well, it wasn't him. It was the other Bobby from the other universe. So you didn't really know him. But anyway, so yeah. Of course he would understand. He's been dead for 40 years, 25 years. Still awkward.
And you end with how's Adam?
But, what?
Then you end the conversation with, how's Adam?
And how's Adam? Yeah, about that. Who knows? He may have seen him down there. Wasn't he in hell for a while?
He's still there.
He's like, I gotta go back and get him.
Yep.
He would have been fine, I think. I mean, because he knows, like Mary and John know, there's no one else,
Aww.
right? So, he would have been fine. He wasn't there long enough for us to talk about that stuff. No. He would have been fine. It would have been awkward, but you know. Bygones. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So my question is, in one of the seasons, Dean and Sam brought John back, right? So I was wondering, in season 15, do you think Dean and Sam is gonna cast the same spell on you?
Oh, you mean in last season, how they brought John back from the past?
Mm-hmm.
No, unfortunately, for two reasons. Because they didn't bring him back to life. They time traveled him by accident. And the pearl was destroyed. It was a one-of-a-kind thing. So, I mean, maybe if there's something else. But I can tell you as of right now, no. I wish, but I feel like Mary's like, listen. Back and forth, come on, like I'm good. I don't know if Mary's story is over. I literally don't know. It may just be like happened at the end of last season where Cassia comes back and is like, she's good. I don't know if there will be an update, messages, who knows. But as of now, she's very happily ensconced in her special heaven with John. So apparently we got special dispensation to have both of us in the same heaven. It has my name on the door. Just saying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
I was going to ask you a question. You've probably gotten this before, but I just wanted to ask about what your opinion was. My favorite scene you did was at the end of season 12 when Dean went into his mom's mind and they had the whole emotional scene going on. Even though you didn't have a lot of dialogue in it, what was it like filming with Jensen during that scene?
I felt guilty. Poor guy, like crying the whole time. But it was a little bit hard for me because if you remember, I didn't look at him the whole time. He was either behind me, or I'm focused on the little kid, or I'm like la 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 la. And so I had to ignore him, and he's talking to me, and I had to like not even look at him. So in that sense, for me, it was just trying not to get in his way. Does that make sense? And be present enough to be there as the other person in the scene for him, but really that was all him. He had to do that, and he crushed it. I just sat there like, don't cry, now cry, don't cry, wait, no, you're crying, don't wait. Like I had to, like that was it, and don't move, like, because you'll block him, he's behind you. So as far as my side, it was that, but it was in the end, it was nice to be a part of such a memorable scene, I think. Like, he just went through the roller coaster in that scene, you know? So, and I was actually glad that I wasn't looking at him, because it would make me cry. And I'm not supposed to cry until the end. It's contagious, you know, crying. That's what happened during the 300. Like, we're all sitting there in the circle at the end, and I'm fine, and then I start crying, and then Jensen sees me crying, and then they see him crying, and then we're all crying. And I'm like, and my makeup artist is like, stop! Mascara everywhere. So that. Thank you. I do that. I'll meander. And then I'll forget what the question was. So remember your question, because I might have to ask it again. Ask you what it was again. Hi.
Hi, Sam.
Hi.
First, I just wanted to say I met you for the first time 2 years ago, and it meant so much to me. And just meeting you again just makes my heart so happy.
And mine. Thank you.
But my question was, would you or have you ever considered the possibility of making your own album, and what kind of music would you want to write?
No. I am not musically inclined at all. I enjoy music, and pretending to be a rock star is so fun. But to me, that was more acting than singing, right? In the movie, Brianna would dub my voice. You think I'm kidding? If I wrote music, if like somebody was like, listen, either you become a songwriter or we will kill you, and I had to write a kind of music, it would probably be, I would like to sing, to write country music because I find it amazing and hilarious sometimes. Both. Like I could listen to Kenny Chesney's songs all day. Like his lyrics are beautiful. Brad Paisley, a lot of his lyrics make me laugh. They're funny. I would like to think I could write like esoteric hard rock, because none of it ever makes sense. Which would probably be how my music would turn out. Would be like, what? I'm like, it means something. But yeah, no, my husband is the musician. He's way more of an artist. He writes, he plays music, he can do all that stuff. So I knit. That's where my and bedazzle things. Yeah. I wish I could write music. I find it like, I just watched Rocket Man. Did anybody see that? I just watched it on the plane here. And I'm sure it was, condensed and sort of shined up a little bit, but literally Beethoven, like, are you kidding me? How does he do that? And then Elton John would just be like, oh, it goes like this. Ooh. How? To me, that's like magic. Like, they have a spell that they do. It's something I don't understand. Even watching these guys learn the song, they're like, oh, it's this. Blah, 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 blah. First of all, how can your fingers move that fast? And how can you talk to each other and understand what, and he's like, oh, it's four, it's this and that. And I know it's music, and many of you probably know it, and I sound like an idiot because I'm like, but yeah, that is a magical room I'm not allowed in. But thank you. Love you back. Hi.
I'm Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. Where are you from?
I'm from Boston.
Nice. Boston.
So my question was, after Mary got brought back from, After Mary got brought back in season 11, do you think that Mary did a better job as a mother the second time rather than the first time, or do you think that she just sucks in general?
Well, I know your opinion. I think the first time around, Mary was an excellent mother. She gave up everything for her kids. Well, not everything. She was apparently still hunting on the side. But, it's not like she was off gambling. She was saving people. And as far as when Mary came back, I don't think she was a bad parent. First of all, her kids are grown. They're in their 30s. They didn't listen to her anyway. And having been, in her defense, she was drowning. She was drowning in confusion and loss and shock and all these things. And so she went back to the thing she knew and was the best at, which was hunting. And it was something that was necessary. She did a lot of good. The boys didn't like it because she wasn't like the shiny mom in the nightgown. And I say tough. I'm not sure what being a good parent to grown boys means. It doesn't mean that she was perfect. She was not. She hid things. She would lie sometimes, which they do too, by the way. So I think it's a Winchester family trait. Always for the greater good. And then there's always like somebody. So I would argue she was never a bad mother. Everyone's welcome to their opinion. And what I ultimately land on, even when she's fighting with the British men of letters and hiding things, and things almost went really south, and you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It was always, she always meant the best. I think there was an episode, was it this year, where Dean says to Cassie, he's like, something went wrong. And Cassie was like, something always goes wrong.
Yeah.
And it does. But what I always come back to is that a parent's job, regardless of how old your children are, is to do what you think is right, not what you think they're going to like. So that's what she did. Does that sound offensive?
Team Mary!
Hi.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, gorgeous.
Okay, so my question is, originally when Amara brought you back to life, do you think originally if she would have asked, if you would have said yes, that she would want to come back on Earth, or no, you would have wanted to stay in heaven?
I think, first of all, Mary would have been confused, because when you're in that loop in heaven, you don't know that you're not living. Maybe she would try to stab her, like, you're a demon, what are you doing? I'm fine. I think she would have wanted to come back. I think because she lost her life and her children, like her life with her family and her children, before it even began, really. And don't we all want to like see what happens? Like, I think about this because I'm morbid, but what's going to happen 100 years from now? You know, I want to come back for a day and see flying cars and my grandkids, and, you know what I mean? So I think that, I bet her curiosity, if nothing else, would have been like, I'm going to go check it out. I'll be back here eventually. Sooner than planned. But yeah, I think she would have gone. She just wouldn't have been as shocked when she landed here. She would have been ready for it. It was very shocking, being alive again. So much that she beat up her child. That was good. I liked that. In practice, it was freezing and raining when I had bare feet, and I had to put my foot on Jensen's jaw, the poor guy. I managed. Just, you know, you want to start off on the right foot.
What were you saying?
Literally. Hi.
Hi, I'm Parker.
Hey.
You are the Mama Winchester on set. Were you the mom of the group, or were you like Jensen and Jared and were just messing around playing pranks with everyone?
No. Somehow, it seems that I'm the mother wherever I go. I always have been. Even when I was a teenager, I was like the mom of the group. And I didn't have to mom voice very often on set, but I wasn't afraid of it. I definitely was not the one messing around. There were times where I'm like, la 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 la, I don't want to know what's going on right now. Because there was a lot of joking around and etc. But No, I was not, no one expected me to participate in any pranks. And no one pranked me because, as I've said before, clearly they're afraid of me. So, they would never. Is that the football game? Who's playing? Huh? Is what?
Panthers and Saints.
Oh, I don't think my game started yet. What time is it? Dallas, if it starts in like that. Goddamn Tom Brady. Oh, security. She's got a
Go Patriots!
I mean, Dak Prescott is amazing. However, Tom Brady is a cyborg. It's not fair, and I think he needs to be genetically tested. It's inhuman. It's true, you know it. Boston, the Patriots fans don't even try to hide it. They're like, so. Anyway, see, I completely forget what the question was. Oh yeah. Always the mom. Once the mom, always the mom. I do get apologized to a lot. I'm like, hey, sorry. Which I'll take, it's fine with me. Listen, somebody has to be the buck stops here, right? It makes me less fun though, I think. I think so. That's okay. Thank you. So like somebody has to be the mom. It's okay. I'm good at it. All of you sit up. All right, where am I? Oh, thank you. Hi, over here.
Hello. What was the most challenging aspect of playing Mary?
After learning to not hurt myself in the fight scenes, I would say the most challenging was in the beginning of season 12, trying to reassess who Mary was. Because for the first many seasons, as I was flashbacks and stuff, I was always just like nightgown Mary, perfect mother, heavenly. I mean, there were scenes where I was playing some other aspect of Mary, but in that case, it was always kind of the same thing. And then in season 12, coming back and having to, Mary was rapidly evolving through the whole first half of that season. And I had, like, just when I'd get to be like, okay, she's here now. And then be like, what? Now she's here. And now she's changing. Now she's leaving. Now she's fighting with strangers. Now she's driving around the country to funerals. Like, so as the actor, I had to keep following it, which was fine. It was a challenge that I loved, but it was a challenge nonetheless. And then I feel like sort of 2/3 of the way through season 12, or maybe halfway, I found my footing and she stopped changing. She still grew as a person, but like that episode with the British Men of Letters bunker and all the vampires, I felt like, okay, oh, I see. She is now a general. She's in charge. She's fully like embraced the fact that she's going to focus on this right now. And I think that carried through right and through the AU. I think she became sort of a general over there and she just put her head down and did her work. And so I was able to kind of, even at the end of season 13, when the boys came to rescue her and she's like, I'm not going, I'm so sorry. That was her putting duty over even like family to an extent. I mean, they weren't hurt or anything, but yeah. So chasing it, that was the hardest part for me. Thank you. Hi.
My name's also Samantha.
Oh, good choice.
If you were in a zombie apocalypse and if you had the choice to choose any of the characters from Supernatural, who would it be?
Wait, so a zombie apocalypse happens, and then in the event of a zombie apocalypse, which character would I want to be to like survive
Which
it?
character would you choose to help you survive?
Oh, who would I choose to help me? Hulk. Negan. For multiple reasons. I mean, I think that's the only choice. Everyone would be confused why I was calling him Negan. I'd say it was just my nickname for him. So yes. I mean, other than Mary, of course. Right? Can I choose myself? It's a joke. Yeah. So, don't you agree? Negan? Yes? Yes. See? Same name, same character. Thank you.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah.
So this is going to be awkward. I'm owning it.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what. So first, with the Dallas Cowboys, you're the only other woman I know that is a huge Cowboys fan.
Really?
Since like day one.
Since I was a little itty bitty kid.
Yeah, Back to the Future. That's my whole thing.
Excellent.
And
I'm on Jason Witten all day. So.
Yeah, witting them all out. That's good. So, and then the shoes, the Converse that you're wearing now,
Oh,
I
yes.
was like searching for them, like, son of a bitch, Sam's looking for the same shoes.
Okay.
So yeah, we're kind of, but
Spirit animals.
I wanted to know, the relationship with Samuel and the boys, if that ever came up. What do you think Mary's response would be to that? How he kind of threw him to the wolves to save his own self.
I'm not as well versed in that, because that was younger Mary, and I don't, well, he was like possessed or something? I can't.
No, he
by
tried
a
to
demon?
kill him.
He tried to kill them?
Yes. Yeah, he traded him to Crowley for you.
He tried to trade their lives to bring you back from the dead. Mary back from the dead.
Got it, okay, well, see, that's the thing with supernatural, there's always two sides. So how dare he? Another hand like, oh, you know. So, but I mean, as a fierce parent, nothing is worth your kid's life, even your own, not even close. So that would be no bueno.
Sam killed him.
Sam killed his grandfather? His family's a mess. They need therapy. Nobody messes with her kids, obviously, right? Not even Lucifer. So she would have had a strong word for her dad. And he'd be totally grounded. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So my question is like on set or like just in general, what's your biggest pet peeve that like annoys you?
Rudeness. Yes. It's I'm sure I have many others that bother me, but when somebody doesn't use manners or somebody's dismissive or rude, like it makes me crazy. I'm like, you need reparenting. Come over here, let me help you out. And rudeness covers a lot of things, like selfishness, entitlement, and all those things. Also unnecessary noises. Oh my God, the lady on the plane on the way here was tapping her leg, and it turned to make her seat go, and I was like, I'm going to push her out the door. Oh, it makes me insane. I can't. But like my eye starts going. And then I'll just be really passive aggressive, like, does anyone else hear that clicking? Does anyone know where that's coming from? And they're like, that's the passive aggressive mom in me. And then I'm like, it makes me insane. So that's probably more of a pet peeve than just some like deep-seated thing about universal human behavior. Rudeness. Yeah. No, he's my poor child. He's an 11-year-old boy, and all he does is make noise. It's like I'm like, hey! He's like, sorry. I don't even have to tell him what he's doing. He knows. Whenever I have that voice, he's like, or he'll be like, it wasn't me. It was Dad. And my husband's like, thanks for throwing me under the bus. But yeah, noise. So you've all been warned. Thank you. See? Manners. Hi.
Hi there.
My question was, if you could sum yourself up with any book or poem, what would it be and why?
Lordy. I don't know. Sum myself up with any book or poem. I don't know, green eggs and ham? Maybe? To go not deep at all? I'll go with green eggs and ham. You can never go wrong with Dr. Seuss, right? And besides, it's Sam Ham, the whole book. That's a hard question, right? Do you know yours?
Anne of Green Gables.
Okay, I feel ya. And I'll raise you, Jane Austen. Like, serious feminist, way out of time.
Which Jane Austen specifically?
I thought Jane Austen was the name of the book. Jane Eyre. Thank you.
I'm a literature major, so I hear that.
See, that's not fair. So yeah, Jane Eyre's the one, right? Where she's a governess and that's the one. So not Austen. Is that Charlotte Bronte?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I knew one thing. Yes, I remember reading that. I mean, I must have read it 20 years ago, and I was like, God, how did they even let her publish this back then? Right? But I love she had such a spine. Jane Eyre, not Jane Austen. I know people get it wrong all the time. It's a really, really good book. So, okay, so yours was Anne of Green Gables, which I actually have never read. Is it similar, like a plucky woman on her own?
Yeah, it's about a little orphan girl who gets adopted by a brother and sister because they're just looking for help on their farm, and it's just her discovering herself as she grows up and learning to love herself as she's accepting being loved.
Well, I love that. I'm glad that describes you. Nice. All right, everyone, take out your books. We're gonna read together. I love that. I'm a big fan of all the old literature. Sometimes I get the names right. Hi. Hello.
We'd like to see you in some roles that you've done outside of Supernatural. So do you have something in the future that we can look forward to, or something in the past you think we might have missed that you'd like us to look for?
The future, yes, but I can't talk about it. Yeah, because it's still a maybe. But it's not Mary, but she's like super adventurous and a mom, and the kids are not grown, thank God. But let's see, in the past, what have been some of my favorite roles? A long, long time ago, I was on a show called Wings. And it was some of the most fun I've ever had. It was hilarious. Those guys and just the whole thing. So that was really fun. I had a nice storyline on Profiler. Spoiler alert, I die in that too. I die in everything. You guys know this, right? I've been shot, electrocuted, burned to death on a ceiling, killed and eaten by wild dogs. There's so many more. Never like a car crash. Like it's always something awful. So I would go with that. Wings and Profiler. If it's probably on VHS. There's so Look at all you people coming in. I know it's not for me. That's okay.
So Sam, I heard you wanted to give away some T-shirts.
I really do. I really do. Hold on, I gotta take off my coat for this.
I thought they were orange t-shirts. Yeah, today's your birthday.
No.
It is.
It is time for Sam to give away some shirts. Mama's gift to Jacksonville.
That's right. How do
You can pick whoever you want.
Oh, really?
However you want.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
It's her first con.
Our Russell.
It's her first con?
First convention.
And she's stuck next to me.
Come up here.
Oh my God. Go.
Come on. What's your name?
Michaela,
Hi, Michaela. Where are you from?
North Carolina.
Do you like gray? Are they all the same size?
Well, if they don't fit you, you can go to the merch table and get a size that works.
Are they all the same? Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Look, she can belt it. They look like a dress. There you go. I wish I had some good questions off the top of my head.
Huh.
Like,
What is Mary Winchester's birthday? What is Sam Smith's birthday? Yeah, the 16th.
do not say the year. I will take that right back from you.
1987?
Yes. Let's see. How many episodes has Mary appeared in?
Ooh. Wait, raise your hand and we'll pick.
I think that's close.
Raise your hand.
Yes, sorry, that one. Come on up here.
You got it?
I think it's one or two more, but it's pretty close. Because I don't know for sure.
The surprise are close enough.
Oh, so it is 37? Oh, it's 37.
All right.
I thought it was 33. It's really bad when I ask questions and I don't know the answer.
That's okay, because we're just gonna ask good questions, and if the answer sounds good, you win.
Okay. I'm gonna tour.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Who here has been to the most cons? Let's start at 10.
Ooh. 10. Okay.
11. 12.
Nope, probably Lynn.
12. 12. 13.
We're on our friggin' 70s up here.
Right. There we go.
We got some of the 70s up here.
23.
23.
Do we have more than 23?
We need two of those shirts over here, because between Lynn and Krista right here, I think we've got almost, and Tammy.
I think we all.
So Krista, how many conventions have you been to?
All of them.
76, Krista.
How many Supernatural t-shirts do you have?
I think Lynn's been more.
Lynn,
We lost count?
and Tammy. Tammy, how many are you?
I have no fucking.
No idea. And Lynn? Lynn was with us. I remember Lynn was one of the first ones that I met.
The very first one.
The very first one.
The one I was at in Chicago was the first though, right?
I missed the very, very, very first one.
You did?
That in 2007, it was a single day convention. Single day in
And
Chicago.
my first one was in 2008 in Chicago,
Yeah.
October.
Yes. Wow. So yeah, 2007. So who was here in the 2007, the very first one? Right here.
Just you.
1, 2, 3. Tammy, Lynn. First of all, Tammy, Lynn, and Krista, you guys need to stand up. Oh yeah. Pony out right now. Stand up.
Get you all top.
Yes. Yes. You know what? They're amazing. They're amazing people. And the SPN family, we've been a family for a really long time. And it's seeing faces over and over again that means so much. And you guys have always been so warm and welcome and always smiling and love to give hugs. We love hugs, right, you guys?
We love hugs.
We do. Oh, yes. Who's come the furthest?
Oh.
Got London? Wow. What? Germany? Hong Kong. Hong Kong, come
I
here.
think Hong Kong is the farthest. I'm back.
Wow. Do we have anyone in Mary Winchester cosplay right now? Right now, right there. Okay, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, last one.
Last one. God, no pressure.
Should we have a race?
No.
Stephanie's like, shh, take away your mic.
Wow.
Birthday.
We have
What about birthday? Raise your hand if today's your birthday. Oh wow, there's a lot. But she's got a crown.
She does.
Oh gosh, no pressure.
No.
No pressure. This is so. Whose 50th birthday is it? Where? Where is she? Right there in the back, waving your hands. Is it your 50th birthday today? Happy birthday! All right, you come on. You get the last one. 50, fabulous.
And taking her time like a
That's
queen.
right, like a queen.
Which I respect.
That's right.
Very regal. That's impressive. Come on up here, Milo.
And happy birthday to you.
I think it's
Happy
someone else's
50.
birthday.
What's your name?
Delays.
Delace. All right, Delace, happy birthday. Here's your t-shirt. Happy 50th.
Oh, look.
Look at that trend.
They always come back.
Hi guys. How was it?
They were awesome. I think I was a little bored, but they were great. It's true. I used all my energy yesterday.
I know, it's a lot.
I was nervous. I was nervous.
No. Well, you did great. It's so fun having you. It's also nice when you have a bass player, and here he comes. It's so fun having you, and you did so great with that song. Let's do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Smith!